One of the quickest ways to scale your online business is with a solid advertising strategy. Well, today I'm going to walk you through the exact strategy that I've used with dozens of brands to help them generate millions of dollars. If you're new around here, my name is Josh Deschel, and I'm a fractional CMO that has helped dozens of brands generate millions of dollars online. Every single Monday, I release a 5-minute video that introduces you to one of the 300 plus strategies that I've created over the years. So if you're interested in learning more about these strategies, I highly recommend you subscribe to this channel. Additionally, if you want to receive these same strategies every single Monday, you can click the link in the description to subscribe to my Substack. So the question is, will you trade 5 minutes for millions of dollars in sales? Well, let's find out. So the first thing we need to break down is how we're going to actually utilize ad spend in these different campaigns. Now, as a general rule of thumb, if I have $100,000 a month to spend on a brand, 20% of that will go to retargeting ads to get existing customers to come back to the store, where 80% of that will go to new customer acquisition. Now, ironically, typically with most brands, what I'll see is 80% of their customer base are existing long-term customers, where 20% are these, quote, new customers. So really, 80% of our spend is going to go towards 20% of the customers, and 20% of our ad spend is going to go to maintaining 80% of those customers. Now, this Pareto principle applies in many forms of business, but it's important for you to know that a majority of your ad spend really should be going towards new customer acquisition. Now, today we're going to actually specifically talk about the strategy that I implement for new customer acquisition, but in another video, I'll go into detail on exactly how I handle retargeting campaigns. So the important thing to know with new customer acquisition campaigns is that an average user will need to see a brand at least 7 times before they're likely to convert. So we want to use this to our advantage and create different ad sets within our new customer acquisition campaign that brings users down a very specific journey with multiple touch points, at least 7, before we actually ask them to convert. So basically, we're going to take our new customer acquisition campaign and turn that into 3 different ad sets that brings users down that journey. So our 3 ad sets are going to be a low intent general audience ad set that is top of funnel and utilizes multiple forms of content. Then we're going to move to our mid-intent ad set, which is going to retarget those users who have watched a certain percentage of the content in the first ad set. And then lastly, with our 3rd ad set, we're going to go with our high intent audience. And that's going to be people who have engaged with the first ad set, the content in the first ad set, the content in the second ad set, and then we're going to go for the ask. So let's jump into each ad set and I'll walk you through exactly how I set everything up. So our first ad set is going to be our low intent ad set. And the key component of this is really to utilize as much content as possible. And if you can get user generated content, that's going to be even better. And the whole idea here is to utilize at least 10 or 30 videos. And specifically, we want to use video content because we need to utilize our ability to retarget. So we want to utilize as much user generated video content of different users talking about your product. So once you accumulate 10 to 30 videos, we're going to want to create a campaign that exposes these videos to as broad of an audience as possible. So the idea here is really don't narrow down your targeting too much and allow the algorithm to take this content and really push it to the right users. So we want to just target as many people as possible with as much content as possible to try to get some views. So our second ad set is going to be our mid-intent ad set. And all we're going to do here is we're going to retarget people that have watched a certain percentage of the videos that are in our first ad set. And all we're going to do is create an audience based on the percentage of the videos that have been watched. And typically you can do 25, 50% of the total video watch. You can create an audience, a group of people that have watched at least 25 or 50%. So what we're doing here is we're targeting an audience that has shown some interest in your first ad set in the video content that you've put out there. So now we know that these users are interested. Now we can put an ask in these mid-intent ad sets, right? We can send them to a landing page or directly to the cart and try to get the sale. But more than likely, we're gonna wanna wait until our third ad set where we're really refining down the audience. Now, this type of content, again, we wanna utilize video content, but we can be a little bit more specific in our video content in the second ad set. So we can start including things such as pricing, show how much the discount is, what your offer is. We can include more reviews, people talking about how much they love it, or maybe you can combine a bunch of the user-generated content from your first ad set so you break it up and show how people love this product. The idea here is to give them more information than the first ad set videos and try to include some pricing information. So with our last ad set and our third ad set, what we're gonna do is simply apply what we did with the second ad set to the third. So now we're gonna target people that have watched 25 to 50% of the second ad set's video. And the whole idea here is they've clearly shown interest in the first ad set by watching those introductory videos. Then we brought them down further into the funnel and gave them even more information about your product. And we gave them pricing information. And now we're really gonna lock them in with the third. Now, the important thing to remember is with your third ad set, you wanna be sure to send them either to a very specific landing page or directly to the cart with your best offer applied. You wanna provide the best discount you can, whether it's an introductory product or a variety pack or whatever you have, a sample pack. You wanna get a low cost option and you wanna try to get them to convert. The other important thing to remember is this does not have to be video content. This can be static content because we aren't going to be retargeting any users that are in this ad set. So we can try static, we can try video, throw everything you have to try to get them to convert. So I hope you enjoyed this strategy. And if you're looking to learn more about additional strategies, I put these videos out every single Monday that are 5 minutes or less. So consider subscribing and consider clicking the link in the top line description where I actually produce a newsletter that you can get these same exact strategies in your inbox every single Monday morning. So take these strategies, utilize them, and go and grow your online business.